August 10, 2024, Atlanta Airport Marriott Gateway Hotel, 2020 Convention Center Concourse, College Park, Georgia, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Celebrate Jamaica's 62nd year as an independent nation and support higher education of the next generation. Enjoy delectable food, music from the SWAT Band, and electrifying performance from Jamaica Festival legend, Roy Rayan. Music by Mikey Sparkle Production with DJ Cold Rice on the ones and twos. Keynote speaker Keisha Thorpe, Nobel Prize educator, Global Teacher 2021, and National Teachers Hall of Fame inductee. Hosted by Will Hart. Early bird 135 to July 1, 145 after. Scan the QR code for hotel and tickets. Call 404-777-9593 or visit AtlantaJamaicanAssociation.org. Sponsors: Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport, GB Roofing Inc., Metals and Materials Engineers, Couples Resorts Jamaica, and PNC.
Check, 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 check. Yo, 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 yo. This is DJ Silent. Again, this is DJ Silent. I want you guys to know every Tuesday right here at Caribbean Live Radio, Caribbean Live TV. It's all about the Rhythm and Hit Show. Again, right here at Caribbean Live TV, Caribbean Live Radio is all about the Rhythm and Hit Show from 6 to 8 with yours truly again, DJ Silent.
Hi, this is Prima with Candy Coed Conversations with me, just Prima. Tune in every Thursday night from 8:30-ish to 10-ish to see what we have going on. We talk about everything under the sun. Nothing is off limits. And call in 678-661-1819 with questions, comments, and
Hi everyone, tune in to Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout with Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer. Hi everyone, tune in to Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout with Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer.
Shadows falling, baby, it's getting on. Out on the street, everybody you meet got a heartbeat, put them on. You know what I mean? Pick up. Making it hard.
Hello, 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 everyone. This is Rosalee Henry, your seven-figure doula whisperer, and we are here again with Chat Bout, our weekly talk show where we transform lives one conversation at a time.
Good
I also
evening,
have my
everyone.
husband with me, Mr. Darren Bizzell. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. I had a real good time, as you know. I was in LA doing my things that I love to do.
Celebrity sights and sounds, and just enjoying yourself over the weekend.
It was enjoyable. It was very enjoyable and also very enlightening. I get to meet some very nice people, some very talented, knowledgeable entrepreneurs that were able to share insights and knowledge and experience over the years that we have all gathered. Some people were there who were in business for over 30 years. So, with that being said, there was a lot of knowledge that passed down to us. So that was great. And I am just thankful and blessed that I was one of the few people who were able to make it, in and out. Some of the people who were scheduled to be at the event still haven't.
You haven't gotten home yet.
Yeah, they weren't able to make it because of everything that was going on with the airlines. And a couple of the people who were actually there with me, one came back yesterday, one came back the day before. So I just be thankful and blessed, know that I'm blessed that I was able to be in and out. Sometimes we complain about, things, but this was one of the times that I have no complaint. It was good. Getting
Glad
there,
you enjoyed yourself.
being there, yes. California is beautiful. I really enjoyed it.
Would you stay
No. No, I like the weather. The weather was great.
there? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the weather was great, but no. First and foremost, it will take me too long to get back to Jamaica. That's too far from me. I'm good. I'm good. Atlanta is enough for me right now.
Okay. All
So
right.
that's good. How about you? I know you miss having me for the weekend, but then you get to hang out with Mr. Reds, right?
It was
And
an
the team.
enjoyable weekend. Got a chance to come back to the studio, had a good time, relaxed. It was good being a bachelor for the weekend. What can I say?
Okay, I didn't consider myself being a spinster, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm glad you had fun. And talking about California, I was able to finally meet up with Sade, and Sade is actually the CEO and program director of McAllen Medical Training, and she's going to be joining us the other last half of our session to talk about collaboration.
Okay.
And having our program in being a part of her training for her students. So that's exciting. I was able to sit and talk with her, so that was great. And talking about collaboration, that's one of the things that we're going to be talking about this evening, because I don't think as entrepreneurs we really do enough collaboration. It is very, very important to have people in your network. Have people, that you can partner with, share ideas and grow with. So to me, collaboration is very, very important. Very, very important.
It can be important for different business reasons. One, you get to share ideas. Two, it's a way of both businesses expanding because maybe you have a piece here, that other person has a piece there, and combined, you guys can grow to something much larger.
Yeah.
And it's also a good thing in that by the sharing of ideas, there may be something that you didn't think of that the other person did. So collaborations have multiple facets to it. It is a good thing as far as business is concerned, and more people need to be willing to do so.
That goes for any industry. It doesn't matter. I mean, for us, we're in the maternal and community health industry. You're in financial, but it goes across the board. Because even when I was in banking, I know the banks, they collaborate with other industry just to make sure that they're getting in front of the right people that they want to get in front of. So any innovation or growth, that's one of the main ingredients of collaboration.
And from a financial standpoint, you have to look at it as, it's better to have 50% of something than 100% of nothing.
That is true. Or 50% of 100 different
things.
That
yes.
does, right, 100% of anything. And for us, it's more, like professionals and business owners, and also as educators. It's for the community that it aims to service, companionship, collaboration, networking. They said, change your network to change your net worth. And that goes back to collaboration.
It can, and it also goes to the saying that it's better to have people smarter than you around you
All the time.
to help you grow your business.
Yes. Like I said, share knowledge and resources, and also experience. Because a lot of times the people that you collaborated, you're going to have, they're being in the business longer than you, but older, and is more geared to, an older industry, older technology. And then you have the younger people who are coming up. They're more vast, they're more, in depth, or able to adapt now to newer technology. So someone in the middle you can learn from both.
Most definitely.
Both ends.
And it's also a way to keep you from having to fall, or experience rather, I apologize, the pitfalls
Yes.
that some in the business have already experienced. They can help you avoid those pitfalls and make things a lot better for you.
Yes. And I find that collaboration in the maternal community is so important, because the challenges that we face are so complex. It is too complex for any one person or organization to tackle alone. So whether it's addressing disparities in the healthcare access, or enhancing postpartum support, or even providing comprehensive training for care professionals, collaboration allows us to approach these issues with a multifaceted strategy. And that's one of the things, that Shadi and I are going to be talking about, is collaborating in the training part of the business, because I was able to create this training, and she has the CNAs who definitely wants now to go into the maternal space, want to take care of newborn. So now she don't have to go reinvent the wheel. I already have the training, so now we can collaborate. So my training now is going to become part of her curriculum that she's going to be using with her student. So they're going to be well trained, ready to go back out into the field, workforce development. Now they're not just have to be, just like here, just towards the elderly. Now they can spread. They can work with the prenatal. They can work with postpartum, and they can also work with pediatric families, clients. So that really helped right there. And also, let's say, for instance, take example of a doula and a pediatrician. The doula is going to be helping the family with the newborn coming in, but when she collaborated with the pediatrician, now she can pass them on to the pediatrician. Also, if the pediatrician is seeing a client with a newborn, mom is complaining, she's so sleep deprived, she's going through all this emotion, she needs some help. No, the pediatrician can now refer her to the postpartum doula. So that's a prime example right here why collaboration is important and is good. And not to look at people. And even as a postpartum doula, you should definitely collaborate with other postpartum doulas, because it may come a time where you're not available or cannot even take on any more workload. So instead of turning that client away, just being that resource and can refer her to another postpartum doula is so important. Than her now have to go figure out who should she reach out to.
And one other piece to that I would add is not just a matter of sharing business, it's a matter of sharing information. There may be some things that the doula sees that the pediatrician doesn't see in their short visit, and vice versa. And that way, sharing of that information, the doula can make the pediatrician aware, here's what I'm seeing, what might be the cause of this. And on the other hand, the pediatrician might be seeing something and saying, well, with this going on, try these things to see if it will improve. So collaboration has to be looked at as more than just one-sided. It has to be looked at as more than just you passing business on. There are several facets to it, and people just need to realize that from a business standpoint, again, I say it's better to get 50% of something than 100% of nothing. And if you can get more clients in by actually opening your mouth and sharing business between each other, why not do so?
That is true. So I've shared a couple examples within the maternal community. For you being in the financial industry, how do you see collaboration, and who do you normally collaborate with?
For us, collaboration is just a matter of learning different ways to help people improve their financial situation, help people improve their outlook for retirement, and show people a better way of dealing with money. And so I collaborate a lot of times with other agents that have taken time to research different products, that have taken time to understand how this product can be used in a more beneficial way, ways that you can take insurance coverages, investments, things of that nature, and use it for a family to benefit them. You may come across, say, a family who has money, but they don't know what to do with the money. And so it's not only a matter of dealing with other agents, we can deal with, say, lawyers who are in the field of trusts, or who can help a family put together their will, or can help a family determine exactly what instructions they want to leave behind for those that are going to continue on after them. So we collaborate in a lot of different areas in a lot of different ways. It just depends on the situation, the family, and what people are trying to accomplish. But again, like we said before, it's still a matter of people working together to expand their business, to expand their prospects, to expand your income and other things. So a lot of times working together is better than working alone and fighting against each other.
That is true. And again, for us in the virgin community, I always say that, even this is something I teach within my membership community, even as a postpartum doula, or even as a labor doula, a lot of times you're not going to know who is pregnant. But collaborating with an OBGYN, right? Or collaborating, or even as a postpartum doula, collaborating with a lactation consultant, because they're going to be the first person that the client see before they even come to us. So it's very, very important to know first who is the target audience, who do you want to serve, and then who you need to collaborate with, not just for business, but just to help the community on a whole. Being that resource and not having to turn a client away because you don't know who else is doing what you're doing, or who is doing the things that the client needs.
Also in the doula industry, in my opinion, having those collaborations with lactation consultants, with OBGYNs, with birthing doulas, people still see them or know about them more so than they know about infant doulas, more so than they know about someone coming in to help them when they need that support or when they're going through postpartum. So having those connections, having those collaborations can definitely help improve business. We've seen it ourselves. and what we've done, and the contacts that you've made, the contacts that I've made, that have been able to produce more business for us that we didn't even think was available to
That is
us.
so true. So we are going to take a short break, and then we're going to be welcoming Miss Shade Stevenson. So we will be able to share more with our audience and let you guys know what we're doing and how to become part of this training. It is going to be very, very informative. So stay tuned, and we will be right back. Hi everyone, tune in to Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout with Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer.
Natural beauty. Yeah, no, I never been someone shy until I see your eyes. Till I had to try. Yeah. Oh, yes. Let me get my words right and then approach you. When I treat you like a man is supposed to, you'll never have to cry. No. I know everyone can relate to when they find a special someone. And she brought so so one of a kind. The way she moves, she has the qualities of a queen. She's a queen. The natural beauty. No need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen. She's a queen. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of who she is. She's right, so right, and I need her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind until the night that I seen your eyes. So sweet. I can see her eyes, the way she smiles. Yes, I know the king and queen crown same time. So I never leave his side. Just be with me, try your times. She said she don't mind. Alright, I know what man is all fine. She tell her about that time of night. That's why she has no ties at this time. Yeah. I know many men are trying, but she needs to be more than wine and dine because she's royal, so royal, and I want her in my life. Everyone so divine, the way she moves through her beat. She has the qualities of a queen, so supreme. Natural beauty, no need no makeup to be a cutie. She's a queen, so supreme. Yeah. And when they ask what a good woman's made of, she's not afraid and ashamed of.
Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer. Hi everyone, welcome back.
Volumes.
So we have
Volume on the computer.
Did you? Yeah.
Turn down the volume.
Oh, turn it down.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Rosalee, your seven-figure doula whisperer, and I am so, so excited to have my dear friend Sade Stevenson. She is the CEO and Program Director of McAllen Medical Training Center in California. Sade is a board-certified nurse practitioner and an HBCU graduate, as she has dedicated over 14 years to nursing and educating the next generation of healthcare professionals. Her journey from ballet to the ICU unit of world-renowned hospitals exemplifies a remarkable transition driven by passion and dedication. Tonight, we want to welcome Sade to our show, as she is going to be discussing how her experience has shaped the way she mentors future professionals. Welcome, Sade. How are you? Can you hear me? I can see you. How are you? Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I know you're busy. I know you have a class going on right now, but you take the time to come on and talk with us and share our collaboration and how we are getting the training into the hands of professionals, that need it, because we are so, so passionate about the maternal community and the healthcare community. So Shadir, I want you to share with me how did you make that shift to become becoming an aspiring professional dancer to a highly respected figure in nursing. So what inspired that change?
I get that question often, and I first wanted to say thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate this opportunity. It's been, like, I would say, for the past 6 to 7 years, people always ask me, how did I get into healthcare? And it was honestly more so like a transitional accident, if I would call it that, to be quite honest, because it was not planned. It was more so opportunities, and different programs that I applied to created a pathway for me. And I would honestly say, if it wasn't for the mentorship and the guidance that I got along the way, I wouldn't be here before you. My story, I started off thinking and pursuing dance. I wanted to make a career in the arts. I wanted to be ballet dancer or some type of artistic dancer. And then I transitioned into physical therapy, or I thought I wanted to do physical therapy after an injury. And so that led me down the road of healthcare. And so I was in school, thought I wanted to go into physical therapy and looked at different programs. And I said, you know what, I'm going to start nursing first because my mother's a nurse. So I've been exposed to the nursing profession through my mother. She was a critical care ICU nurse. And so that was a natural progression for me. I tried to apply for a nursing program while I was in my undergraduate degree and honestly did not get in on the first try. So that forced me to change my major, and I actually graduated with a degree in sociology. But I did not stop pursuing healthcare. Right after I graduated, I went into a nursing program and graduated. But I wasn't the best student, to be quite honest. I was not the best. I did not get the best grades. And now, retrospectively, looking back at it, it was because I couldn't take a test correctly. Now that I know how to take the test correctly, I do a lot better on examinations. But at that time, I did not have the guidance or the mentorship. And so as I matriculated into my healthcare career after finishing my nursing program, again, I thought I was going to pursue a master's right after I finished my bachelor's degree, and it did not happen the way I had planned. I thought I was going to go right into it. It did not happen, so I became a travel nurse instead. And so as I started traveling to different parts of the United States, that's where I started to notice different specialties, different ways that things are done throughout the nation. And one thing that really stuck out to me is critical care medicine and newborn and maternal health. That's something that stuck out to me because it's done differently all across the nation, different specialists, different institutes. So that is actually what inspired me to connect with you and start a collaboration in the maternal health space. because at our program we currently we have students entering the healthcare field, but in our areas here in Southern California and Northern California, we wanted to create an avenue for students to step into the maternal health space so that they can get that education early and to get that outlook early and see what that looks like and even probably start a business for themselves. So I just want to first say thank you for the collaboration because it's been a blessing for me and our students. But it's my natural progression, like I said, it hasn't been planned. It's more so when the one door closes, another door opens, and then now I'm able to help guide other students and to lead them into careers where they're able to change the face of healthcare at this point. To be quite honest, it's a different type of patient, different type of nurse working, different type of doctor. Technology is advanced more, so I mean, I'm here for it. To be quite honest.
Well, that's true. You know, just spending that small amount of time with you this past weekend. I mean, you know, we've been talking on the on the phone and doing Zooms and stuff like that. But to be able to finally meet you, I was really intrigued and just having the conversation, and just seeing the passion that you have for the healthcare community, but for me more so for the maternal care. And you had 3 other people with you. 2 were your students, and 1 was one of your team member. And I remember when we were all on the panel and we're talking, and one of the young lady, when you said something, and she said, "Yeah, that's my instructor." You just like, just felt, and she said it with so much passion that that really touches me, and know that you're in this for the long haul. You have mentioned a couple of times about mentorship. So with your strong emphasis on mentor nursing students, could you share a story with me that really stood out with you? Something that that really, really impact that student career? Can you think? I know you have gone through so many students, but like one student where that, having that mentor that really, really impact that student's career.
I would think what sticks out in my mind is the phrase, trust but verify. That is one lesson that I have learned from a mentor. There was a series of events, whether throughout my career, where that has just stuck out to me the most. And I learned from a particular mentor 2 things. One thing is that never make a decision off of emotions, and always at least take 4 hours before you say yes, or before you pursue something. Always sit on it for at least 24 hours to truly understand and truly weigh your options. That's something that I always tell our students and anyone that I have an opportunity to share advice with. Don't make a rush decision, especially something that could be life-changing, especially when opportunities come your way. You always want to take time to think about it and just say, you know what, I'll follow up with you in the morning, or I'll follow up with you within 24 hours. And the other thing is trust but verify, because people do lie. People inflate the truth. Yes. There may be some falsehoods to some of the things that you hear, and so I always tell students it's nice to trust what people tell you, but you always want to verify the information. So always research and verify what people share with you, because sometimes it may be true, and that's the blessing out of it, but sometimes it may be inflated or may be false, so you don't want to walk into a mistake not having knowledge of work with the pros and cons. So those are 2 things that have stuck out to me from mentors and people sharing their knowledge with me.
Okay, awesome. And we know how much that's important to have mentorship and being mentored by someone that you respect, and also, like you said, someone who has gone through it before you and have the knowledge and is going to guide you. Because no matter how many training you take, outside of that, you still need someone to hold your hand. Just that accountability partner, someone that you can lean on and know that they're going to hold you accountable for the things that you are supposed to do to help to take you to the next level. Yeah. So would you share with me what really motivated you to add the training now to what you're already doing?
To be quite honest, I could not find anyone that looked like me in my area. So To be quite honest, it's not, I don't want to say popular, but when, if I were to research the area that I was in and trying to find individuals that were kind of focused on maternal health that looked like to me, it was very hard to find. You find a handful, but and that's where I saw a need, to be quite honest. I saw the need to educate more people, because the demand is there, but there isn't enough, to be quite honest. And so, I saw all the research. I saw all the literature, everything in the news. But then when I was to do a search to find out if I could partner with someone to help out, to step in, to be a strategic partner or a community resource, I did not find resources, and it was very scarce. So just off of a mutual friend that we both share and a mentor that we both share, I was able to connect with you, Rosalee, and to be quite honest, I'm so happy that door has been created and that opportunity has been created, because it's given the opportunity for both of us to educate more, to be on both coasts, to be on the East Coast and the West Coast, educating individuals and creating space for students to explore new opportunities and to explore different career paths.
Yeah, and I'm so glad, so glad that we have connected. I'm going to take a quick break and I will be right back to continue this conversation.
Okay, sounds good.
Just like the sun that the earth light up by light. The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. And just yesterday, you came around my way. Take my breath away with your astonishing beauty. Ooh, you know I see no ordinary things, so I got you around me. The stars, I love you just the way you are. You are an African queen. Girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been yet. You make my heart go sing a ling a ling. You are an African queen. Girl of my dreams. Can you remind me of a thing? And that's just the African beauty.
Tune in to Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout with Rosalee Henry, the seven-figure doula whisperer. So welcome back. So, Shade, you have shared some key factors as to what influenced your decision to collaborate with me, and I am so appreciative of that, and I'm looking forward to our lifelong relationship. Well, one thing I would like to know from you, so are there any specific projects, and before you get into that, I just want to repeat some of the key factors as to why you wanted us to partner. One was your passion for the maternal community. Also, seeing what is going on right now. You know, we are in a crisis. And that's the only word I can use to describe what is going on with the maternal mortality rate. Georgia is the state that I live in at this moment has the highest rate of maternal mortality rate, the highest, right? So I'm so glad that we're able to partner together to bring this. And I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, and I hope that we'll be able to make such an impact that other states will see the benefit and other business owners will see the benefit of collaborating and getting this out. Because you are in California, I'm in Georgia, right? I can only service a small amount of people in Georgia, and you can only service a small amount of people in California. But with us coming together, we can make such a bigger impact just by collaborating. And I'm
Yeah, I would agree.
yeah.
And the fact that the collaboration is an online course where
Yes.
you can do it on stage,
Yes.
you can do it. You can do it online. You can still reach out and still have time to speak to myself or Ms. Rosalee, where you can join a Facebook group. There's so many ways for you to connect with the network. And there's so many ways that you can connect with people in the city.
Yes.
My hope is that this spreads. My hope is that it creates other people to step into the educational space for training.
Yes.
There are organizations that offer it, but at the same time, making it more accessible is the key. I just want to make sure that we're able to make it accessible, affordable, and be able to reach all demographics. And because of that, I'm so happy that we were able to offer it virtually and online so that you can do that to your own thing.
Yeah. And that was going to be my follow-up question, to like, what was your hope for the outcome? What are you hoping to achieve? But you already answered that question right there, sharing what you're feeling and, what's your hope for the future for this?
Also, I would hope that some people turn it into a business, to be quite honest. I hope that we're able to create some jobs and new businesses and I hope that if somebody was to go through training, it's another income for somebody. Maybe a supplementary income or a primary income, but I would love for this to turn into a new business for somebody.
Exactly. And that's the reason why, with our partnership and even on my own, for everyone who signed up for the training, I'm now offering 3 months of mentorship for the business part of it, because it is such a passion-led field, and so many people are getting burned out, not knowing how to turn this into a sustainable business. So whether they're working solo, what are the steps that you need to take to make it a sustainable business? If you're intended to now become an entrepreneur and have a team, what does that look like? Who do you need on your team? How are you supposed to set up your team? Your SOPs, what are those supposed to look like? Your automation, what are those supposed to look like? And I'm so, when it comes to this part, I'm so passionate about it, right? Because I've been doing it for 20-something years. Next month is going to be 12 years since we have our business. 12 years, right? Yeah, 12 years, and sometimes I can't think it's that long, but. Yeah, just going back to mentorship, just being able to having someone to guide you is so important. So anyone who signs up for the training is going to be getting 3 months worth of mentorship in my program to walk them through, whether you just want to start or if you're already doing it, how do you scale it? How do you grow it? How do you make it sustainable that you now can have you'll be more passionate about it, because now you don't have to be working 2-3 jobs, right? And for the people who are just thinking about starting the training, I just want to talk about some of the places now that they can be working in additional to what they would be getting from you, because you're more geared. Your program before was more geared to geriatric, right? So now. Yeah, so now having the pediatric part of it, now they'll be able to work in daycare. They'll be able to work in pediatric offices, right? They'll be able to work in preschool. They'll be able to work in church nurses. In a home, yeah, exactly.
In a home environment,
yeah, because that is something that we touch on too, because it's different. It is different working into a hospital setting than working in an in-home setting. It's totally different. And sometimes a potential client will call for service and they're like, oh, we want an RN. And I'm like, is there anything medical wrong with the baby? Like, no, well, I'm like, well, you don't really need an RN for a healthy baby. You need someone who's trained to come in and help in a home setting, because it's totally different. RNs are trained to care for medically fragile babies, right? Newborn care specialists are trained to care for healthy baby, but they're there to help you with physical support, emotional support, and educational support. They're not going to diagnose. They're not going to give medication. They're not. That's not what we're there for. So it's something totally different.
One thing that I love about this is that the level of experience can vary,
Yes.
and you can always add it to you can add it as an extra toolkit when you are expanding your repertoire as far as the experiences and the specialties that you can go into. Whether you're a CNA, a home health aide, an RN, an LVN, you can always add this into your specialty.
Yes.
Because every bit of knowledge is always helpful. Every bit of CPR certification, knowing what to do when things go wrong, that's something that I would recommend to anyone. But even if you don't have that training, you can still get that training when you were to do a course that was like we're discussing, because it's going to show you signs and symptoms, how to do things safely, how to communicate, and how to escalate if something were to go wrong. So all levels of learners are welcome. To be quite honest, you don't have to have healthcare experience, but if you do, this is going to be an extra bonus. To be quite honest, it's gonna be an opportunity for you to look at things differently, and for you to see different types of scenarios that you may have not had exposure to, and learn how to handle. It's gonna kind of give you that MacGyver mentality
Yes.
of how to handle different types of situations.
Yeah. And also how to make yourself more marketable, because a client is going to want to hire someone who they know for sure is trained and have that skill and knowledge and experience to care for their newborn. Because I always say to my trainees, would you take your child to someone who has no experience, or would you take your child to a daycare where the workers are not trained? So it's the same thing with you caring for a client's child. It's your responsibility, safety first. And these are the things that we teach us. The things that, and also, I always tell people, even though you may already have a child or children of your own, it's different caring for a client's child. The things that you can do with your own child, you're not going to be able to do that with a child client. And you're not going to be able to know that outside of being trained. Things are always evolving. Things are always changing. So having the training help you to keep on top of new things that's coming out, new innovation. Like a couple of years ago, things change. Like every year, something is different. Every year. And that's what we do. And we always updating our training. And when you take our training, you become part of our community, and you are part of everything that is updated. So you get to know everything first. And that's so important. So looking forward to the future, how do you see the role of newborn care specialists evolving? Especially right now in the current healthcare industry.
I want the networking and support to expand and improve. I want the network to be easily accessible. You don't have to treasure hunt and dig deep to find someone in your community. My hope is that it is accessible to all, and that it is something that you can find without having to knock on so many different doors. I want it to be something that is your first thought when it comes to prenatal care, and I would love for it to be offered at the university setting. There's something that can be in academic institutions to add on to additional licensing. This is something that I think should be taught at a university setting for all types of learning. And I also think this should be in high schools as well. I would love to partner with or put this into a high school district so that young women and young men can get trained on newborn care, and also be able to help their family members and community members.
Yep. And I'm so with you with that. Like you said, I would love to see this type of training into every high school. Started there, all the way up, like I said, college level. And also, even for what you're doing with CNAs, it'd be good to have that as part of the training also. Because even for us as a postpartum doula, a lot is not being taught on the newborn part of the training. It's more about the mom, which is what the postpartum doula, because that's the role of a postpartum doula. So a lot of times we are not trained as a postpartum doula fully how to care for newborns, which is also important. So having this training helps a lot. But also, what I love about our training is that we're not only teaching you how to go into the home and care for a newborn. We're not only teaching you how to care for moms. We're teaching you the business part of the training. So that's going to help you to stay sustainable. That's going to help you to want to stay in this, because I strongly believe that the only way that we're going to be able to make an impact on the maternal mortality rate is to have people getting paid for doing this. Make where they are happy with going to work. Make it feel like, okay, this is my career and I'm getting paid for it. I feel appreciated. And I feel like that it's going to be less of a turnaround, less burned out. And people are going to be happy, want to be in this industry, make this as a career.
I'm excited. I'm here for it. I just want to be able to partner with you, continue partnerships, and grow this into a community, make the community bigger. I'm so here for it.
Yeah. I just want to, go brief, like we say, it's a 12 modules training.
Oh.
It is,
yeah,
it's a 12 module training. It's self-paced, but we encourage you to finish within 12 weeks. At the end, you get a certificate of training, and also you're going to be getting 3 months of mentorship from me, the 7-figure doula whisperer. I don't hold anything back. I show you what I did, how I did it to grow and scale my business, because it's not easy. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. And I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but having a mentor, having someone who's gone through it before you, having the blueprint and is willing to share with you, you can't go wrong.
That's what I wanted to highlight. The fact that you're not gatekeeping. You are being an open book.
Yes.
in this space. That is something that I really admire, because a lot of times it's hard for people to grow or to get information because there's someone saying, I'm not only going to give you a little bit, or I'm only going to limit how much I share with you. I think the blessing out of this and this opportunity and this collaboration for me is that whatever I don't know, you have definitely shared your knowledge, and it's not more.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just want people to understand that Ms. Rosalee does not hold back as far as answering your questions. If you have something that you need help with or you need clarification with, she will make sure that you are crystal clear. Not clear as mud, crystal clear.
Exactly.
On making that decision or getting advice for whatever the question is. I really appreciate that about you as a person.
Thank you. Thank you. So, do you mind just sharing how, because this is going to be on YouTube, they can go back and watch it. How can they get in touch with you to sign up for the training?
Yes, definitely. You can definitely reach out to our program at McAllenMedicalTraining.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at McAllen _McAllen Medical. We also have a YouTube page as well, McAllen Medical Training on YouTube. You can just search us by McAllen Medical Training. We have videos up on YouTube to do skills training, and we will be adding postpartum videos after this collaboration.
Yes.
The next project is to do postpartum skills training with videos via YouTube, because right now we have a lot of hands-on training for CNA training and things like that. But we would like to add that on. So when you go to our website, you can browse through our catalog of classes that we currently offer, and you will see an option to purchase the online course. It is available with Afterpay, so you can use a payment plan option and go through Afterpay to disperse your payments and to plan out your payments. And as soon as you complete your registration, you are immediately given access to the code within 24 hours. And like she said, it's a self-paced course. Every week, a new tab or a new module opens up. Honestly, 12 weeks is a good amount of time. You don't want to go something that's too quick. because I don't want, my biggest fear is you go through it too quick and you don't absorb the material.
Yes.
So the 12-week timeline is just enough time for you to learn something new, think about how it affects what you would do differently, what you would do new, and then next week it's a whole new chapter. So that's one thing that I don't want to encourage someone to go through it too quickly. Take the time with things, really embrace things, and think of different questions that you would want to ask Mr. Rosalee or myself to get clarity on, because one thing about stepping into the healthcare field, you're not going to be on the first try. You're going to have to ask questions. You're going to have to learn it. It's not going to stick with you. It's going to be a new language. Teacher says like a new language for yourself, so you want to practice it. You want to be able to ask questions, and then with that 3 months of mentorship that Ms. Rosalee is offering, use that time to truly ask questions.
Yes.
And to use that to navigate a new space for you, because you're going to be learning new terms, new types of payment options, new types of ways to sell your business and market yourself. And with those 3 months, that Ms. Rosalee is going to be a key factor into helping you navigate those first 90 days.
Right. Because some of the things we go over in the mentorship is your target audience, knowing your target audience, know who you want to serve, how you niche down. Then we talk about collaboration, because if it wasn't for collaboration, you wouldn't be even having this conversation right now. So that's so important, And then the next thing we're talking about is delegation, because having your business, now you have to build a team. How do you delegate? Who do you need on your team? How do you delegate? Because now you're thinking, okay, this is my baby. Right? I don't want anyone to touch my baby, but the only way you're going to be able to grow is you have to have a team. So those are the things that we definitely cover. So Shaya, thank you so much. I know you have a sponsorship. So if anyone wants to sponsor a new student, that's something that we both talk about. So do you want to share that also? Like if someone want to sponsor any of your student, how do they do that?
Yes, they can definitely reach out to us, and you can either send me an email, you can call our office. We do have employee sponsorship opportunities with local areas. A lot of the employers in our areas are sponsoring students, and we do have state funding available through different types of organizations that are sponsored through the state. So even if you are considering this and it is limited to as far as financial, still reach out. We can definitely create an opportunity for you. Like I said, we do have single plans available. We also have employers that we have partnerships with that can also sponsor our students. So I'm just excited. I'm really excited about this opportunity.
That's so important, because we all talk about the maternal mortality rate, but we're not doing anything about it. So it's good to know that people are coming together and helping, because nobody's coming to save us.
Right.
Nobody's coming to save us. So thank you so much of that. And also for the membership, we are also partner with Someone Helps, who is adding the automation to it. So they're not just getting the membership, they're going to be introduced and be trained on how to automate stuff, because we're beyond sending one email now, right? Everything is automated. You run a business, so we're going to teach you how to run a business, so that will make you sustainable. So Shade, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure talking with you, and I am looking forward to this relationship, and I'm so excited.
Me too. Thank you for having me. Thank you for opening this space up to me and letting me sit with you. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Until we talk again, I think we're going to be doing this in another couple of weeks. So we'll have more things to talk about. So to everyone listening, I hope you keep striving for excellence in whatever path you choose. Good night, good night, good night. Be safe, and until next week.
Good evening, everyone. Have a good night.
Hi, everyone. Tune in to Rosalee Henry, the 7-Figure Doula Whisperer, every Thursday at 7 p.m. on the Caribbean Live Radio. Chat Bout with Rosalee Henry, the 7-Figure Doula Whisperer.
Oh, what a night. What a night, what a night. Oh, gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms. Dancing to a reggae song, feel good, I feel For you hurt you with the plan, and only as you talk about feel that fear, over my skin.
Thank you, Mr. Reds.
That must have been her. Yeah, because at first I thought it was the fan, because it seemed like every time the fan went by, I heard the noise. That return, yeah, everything is off.
I know it was killing Reds. Like,
We're
so
both, I mean, I'm reverting back to when I used to do it in my
hello.
church. So.
You're welcome. Were you getting a feedback on your end? Hmm. Because we were getting a bad feedback and we were wonder if it was on their end. Yeah, we definitely have to do this again so we can market it and invite people on. Yes, let's do it August 8th. Yeah. Yes. Can you do me a favor? Can you create a with the information I send you on this flyer? Can you create a flyer for me and send it to me? Yeah. All right. And just change the date and information just in case. All right. Thank you. Mhm. Okay. So do we have any inquiry right now? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Remember to add this